the big kahuna, the one that was, the combination of all things in terms of showcases. Summer Games Fest. Now, despite what the internet might tell you, Summer Games Fest does more numbers every year. Despite all the crying and moaning and whining, more and more people tune in every single year. So the viewership is still there. The demand for it is still there. I'll say for me, I think overall this, and I said this because I try to do a reaction of it, like a stream of it. I think with this Summer Games Fest, we're starting to feel the effects of all the big publishers holding their best cards close to their chest. So like it doesn't hit the same because 2 days prior we were all talking about Marvel's Tokon, right? So there's nothing like that at Summer Games Fest. Xbox is obviously going to hold whatever they're holding till Sunday. Nintendo's doing whatever Nintendo does. So it's almost like it's not fair to some degree to Geoff of like, what do you want him to do? He has to kind of like, like I said in the chat, I'm like, he has to like DJ Khaled the show of like, I'm gonna ask Drake for the feature. I'm gonna ask Kendrick for the feature, but I know they're holding the summer banger on their album. So like to me, I'm like, I guess this wasn't the most exciting Summer Games Fest by any stretch, but I'm like, I can't knock it for him not having access to certain things. But what do you think about how it rolled out?
I mean, shout outs to Geoff Keighley, man. I think I have a lot of respect for him. I despite people complaining, like listen, he's a business person that understands the value of games. He understands the ins and outs, and he's doing what he can to make something not die. Kudos to him for taking it upon himself and being the guy that people actually have a respect for, and like, yo, you know what, man, we can't just let this gaming genre die. I love this. I love the community. I love the people. I love the business of it, or some aspects of the business of it. And like, how many people do you know would have sided with Kojima against the
Right.
corporation?
Yeah.
And to this day, and that came from the heart. So,
Now, granted, I do still think he's a bit of a Kojima fanboy, but
which is fine.
right. If I was
Would you
hosting a
not?
show,
Would you not want a
exactly.
man
I
to
was
not
gonna
like anything?
no. I was gonna say, I'm like, you think I would have my Summer's Game Fest would have Tetsuya Nomura walk out and say it's coming and leave, and I'm like,
Yeah, look at
magnificent.
yeah, yeah. I feel you. No, but I'd rather that, right? I'd rather Seto Kaiba than nothing.
Yeah.
you know, than some person who's just here for the check.
Yeah.
You
No, for
know,
sure.
so I rather
A
that,
little
man.
fanboys, and it does me. Did Kojima need that segment to show us a cutscene? Absolutely not. But it comes with the territory of like Geoff is a huge Kojima fan. It's fine.
And I'd rather see that spark of life. Oh my gosh, Kojima, that's such a great game. What are you planning on doing? I mean, look at him. Even the reveal that he gave us, man, that was dope. You know, the reveals that he was giving us, man, I definitely appreciated that. So I think I have nothing because I remember Geoff Keighley when I was watching G4 TV, man. When I guess he was an intern at the time, to see him grow into the person he is, and to get some of that last remnant of what E3 used to be, and for him to take it upon himself and his team to like not give up, to give spotlight to Game Informer guys, and to like not let it all just tank and go down south.
He gives it to you twice a year.
Twice a year. So like, what are you complaining about? You get Summer's Game Fest, and then you get the Video Game Awards, which more people are watching. More crazier stuff happens. I don't watch it for the crazy stuff, but more people watch. I watch it. I look forward to it. I'm happy because I'm like, man, at least we got something to look forward to during the summer. It's not no void.
Bro, like think of it like this. There was a couple, like, granted, you could argue that yes, it's a little bit annoying to kind of see some of these rollouts sometimes, but again, bro, we were there. We were there where the E3, yeah, you're gonna get JID and Imagine Dragons, and that's the best you could hope for. You're not gonna have Keanu coming out saying, "No, you're breathtaking." You're not gonna have like he's able to bring in an audience of like, yeah, Snoop Dogg's gonna come out to present an award because games have gotten that big now. Like he's like you said, he's carrying the torch in a way that you don't see in this industry. We talk about it every pod of like this industry is becoming more and more unrecognizable by the day. By the
and
day.
to have somebody like him, who's, this reminds me of the guy who owned Comcast, Ted Turner.
Okay.
He's the reason why we had Saturday morning cartoons.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, man, because he loved cartoons.
Hmm.
He loved everything about them. And so he's the reason why we have a lot of he's the reason why we have a lot of the edgy stuff from Japan. Even the
Hmm.
Toonami, the Boomerang. Why, like, these cartoons are not on the air anymore? Oh, no, 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 no. We're gonna make the Boomerang. We're gonna get all these classic shows, XYZ, and of course people who don't appreciate it will never understand it, and they'll destroy what he's built. Right? He got
Yeah.
voted out of his own company.
Hmm.
I don't know the rest of the story. I don't know if there was some crazy story where,
Maybe.
maybe,
Maybe.
maybe not. But besides that, he's, for what I know, I believe Ted Turner is the reason why we got a lot of the cartoons for Saturday morning, and a lot of the cool stuff that we got, the programming that we got after school, right after school program with WB.
Hmm.
Like, um,
And I feel like we're seeing some of that with Geoff Keighley. Like again, I'm not saying like to be fair, anyone who's listened to this podcast, like we're not above critiquing Geoff Keighley. We've critiqued him quite
yeah,
a few times on here. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
think like when you see him bringing out Kyle Bossman, bringing out Lucy from the Friends Per Second podcast, like he's doing as someone operating at that level, it's like he's doing what you would expect from
yeah.
someone of like the big. I wouldn't be surprised the next the video game awards he brings on Maximilian. Like he's tapped in enough to know who's the movers and shakers even in the content space, and I think that's important. You need someone who's able to do that, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, I think I just hope there's more of him in the industry.
I don't know.
Right.
I
I
don't
just
know.
wish there was more of him in the industry, to be honest with you, because he can't do it by himself.
He can't, and
He-
I think that this award show was proof of that. Of like,
yeah.
what do you do when everyone is holding their best game for themselves? What do you do? I'm gonna
And
give you
yeah,
this deck, but I have the Egyptian God card tucked. Like, what do you do, bro?
he'll just have to find a way to where they have to come to him.
And I mean, he has like he has obviously good relationships with Sega and
Yeah.
Capcom. They
Yeah.
stay showcasing games at his place.
I would definitely find a way to go to third party
Mm.
and find a way for third. This will be a place for third party, which will always be bigger
Than the first
than,
party, yeah, for
than the
sure.
first party
I
studio.
mean, bro, the director of Black Myth Wukong is gunning for a video game award. Nothing
Yeah,
matters.
yeah, he said that. He
Yeah,
said that. And then now, no, hey, bro, you making, so now everybody in China want to compete for this? For honor.
yeah,
Yeah, like,
for the
let's do it.
VGA.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Waking up in the morning,
Son.
ask, ask yourselves what you can do for your country today as you may work this game around this game. Black
And
Myth
man
Wukong direct.
walk around the office, great, great sunlight, dog. Just sun beaming. He wake up, dog, looking at the sun. Man, ready, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think yeah, man. I mean, I always like Jeff, man. I mean, yeah, the critique. Because for me, it always goes back to like, but you'd have nothing. And I'm not
Right.
trying to be. I'm not
Right.
trying to be the guy. I'm not trying to be the guy that'll give people a pass for anything because he's the only source.
Mhm.
But like yo, he's actually a gamer. He understands. God forbid if he decides to open his own studio for video games, I would expect him to do a great job. To be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Mhm.
We persevered, guys. We did great. He's congratulating her. Hey, you did great live on stage.
Mhm.
And she did a good job. So it's
Mhm.
like, who else would you rather to do it? Because a lot of people can't do it. Like, they can't handle it.
The
Jeff has corporate.
Yeah,
movement and gamer movement at the same time, to where he can make it. Hey, listen, he has editor's brain, which is good.
it's
When you
great.
when you see some of the stuff these manga producers wanted to do, and the editor said, "Listen, buddy, no,
No.
you are detached from reality." They got a way of putting things to you to where stuff click. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Always, shouts out to Jeff Keighley, man. If you ever see this video, you got a big fan.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, I
I
remember the
I know I know
G4.
they're gonna critique him. They're gonna eat him up like they always do. But like,
Like, what else do you
you're doing
expect?
fine, mama. Like
Like,
you're
we
doing a
literally
great
have no
job.
E3.
Yeah.
There's no E3 right now. Not even a live stream E3. Nothing.
Yeah. And we've seen respectfully that you can't count on the quality of most of these first party showcases. They're all over the place.